As is customary at a AGM, I would like to share with you my views on a subject that I believe is most relevant in the current environment of your company. I have chosen the topic, Reimagining FMCG in a Changing India. And you would have received a copy of this as you entered the auditorium. I will now read excerpts from this speech. The story of growth is in many ways was also the story of change. With fundamental reforms since 1991, India started progressing towards a free market economy. Since then, India's GDP has grown tenfold, and during this period, the turnover of Hindustan Unilever has increased over 20 times, from 1,775 crores to 37,660 crores. A momentum growth rate of 7% will take India to a $7 trillion economy by 2032. If we can deliver a consistent growth rate of 9% and above, then India could transform itself to a $10 trillion economy during this period. However, to realize this vision, substantive changes will have to take place in a few key areas, like 1. Harnessing of technology, disintermediation of value chain, and better water management have huge potential to increase agriculture productivity, boost exports of high-value agriculture products, increase farmers' income, and thereby transform rural India. Key to inclusive development will have to be the growth of micro, small, and medium enterprises, as large companies alone would not be able to contribute to the economic development of the country. The state will have to play a leading role in the development of infrastructure, and we will also need to facilitate private investments or public-private partnerships despite the challenges and experiences of the recent past. India will have to harness its rich natural resources for growth, but with minimal adverse impact on the ecology. India will have to identify sectors in manufacturing where we can create competitive edge in terms of best-in-class quality, cost, productivity, and innovation. As a nation, we have to move away from a culture of quick fixes and move to fundamental innovations. Academia, research institutes, and corporates have to come together to create an environment, culture, and ecosystem of real innovations in the country. The government should press the pedal on next-generation reforms, especially those involving the factors of production like land, labor, and capital. It is important that the trust deficit that exists with business is removed. We must recognize that private enterprises will be the engines of growth and creators of livelihood in the country. The economic potential of the country will not be achieved unless the gender gaps in workforce are addressed. And last but not the least, India will have to decouple its growth from the environmental impact. We cannot live with the tag that 22 out of the 30 most polluted cities in the world are in India. Central to India's next growth trajectory is the surge in the digital ecosystem. With increasing connectivity and a large population, India has a fabulous opportunity to use data as a national asset for growth and development, from agriculture to industry and from healthcare to education. This would require laws, regulations, and framework which facilitate the use, prevent monopolies, and protect privacy. The economic growth and the technological changes provide an exciting future for the FMCG sector in the country. Despite being one of the fastest growing markets globally for FMCG products in recent times, the per capita FMCG consumption spend in India is amongst the lowest in the world, giving the industry a long runway for growth. Several factors will positively impact the growth of FMCG industry. The future of consumption in India is anchored in moving people from the bottom of pyramid to the middle class and the growth of the upper middle income and above segments. The proportion of nuclear households will keep rising. This is significant because nuclear families spend 20 to 30% more per capita than joint families. It is estimated that by 2025, about 40% of India's population will be living in urban areas, which will account for more than 60% of FMCG consumption. Gainful employment of the working class population, which would be the largest in the world, would boost the consumption of FMCG products. By 2030, India will have a large cohort of Generation Z consumers. As they start earning and consuming, they will actively use technology-enabled consumption models and have a big influence on the consumption behavior of the household. The new age consumers are looking beyond simple product benefits and are increasingly demanding products and brands that are good for the health and well-being, good for the environment, as well as good for the society. Shoppers continue to seek convenience, value for money, and experience. Modern trade and e-commerce will accelerate to address the shopping needs of the evolving consumers, offering greater choice and assortment, and we will also see the convergence of brick and mortar and online retail into omni-channel. General trade contributes to about 90% of the FMCG industry. While the share of this channel will drop, it will continue to be the largest channel even in 2030. Technology provides an opportunity to wire up and connect the stores, as well as bring the science of retailing to the stores. With rapid digitization, consumers are increasingly engaging with brands on a range of media platforms, notably digital media that is consumed on the go and mostly on mobile phones. While TV and print media account for 2/3 of advertising spends today, digital advertising is the fastest growing channel and will double in the next few years. However, in India, it will be seriously premature for brands with national ambition to write the obituary of TV as an important channel for communication. The World Economic Forum noted that the majority of jobs our children will do in the future don't exist today. This will be a result of the new division of labor between humans, machines, and algorithms. Reskilling of workforce will become a national priority. The next few years will see the very nature of employment in the country transform. The days of employees for life will slowly fade. Organizations will have people coming in for an assignment and leaving for another equally exciting opportunity. The new age workforce will also expect to be compensated real time rather than holding it for the future. The new world will also require a completely new skill set. Machines will augment human cognition, and it will be imperative for companies to optimally leverage human plus machine at the same time. At HUL, we have a 5-pronged strategy to thrive in the new world. First is to drive purpose into our brands and enhance the societal impact. With more than 9 out of 10 Indian households using one or more of our products, the biggest impact we can have on society is through our purpose-driven brands. Brand purpose has twin objectives: that of doing good for the society, but in the process doing well for the organization. Take Surf Excel as an example. It was HUL's 5th largest brand in 2005 and the 4th in the laundry market. Then came the first Dirt is Good campaign based on the premise, if by getting dirty you do something good, then dirt is good. Today, it is the biggest in both HUL and the laundry category and is a splendid example of purpose-led marketing leading to sustained results. Second is innovate for the future. We leverage Unilever's global knowledge and HUL's deep local understanding to serve Indian consumers better, be it through path-breaking innovations or expertise in new channels. Unilever's world-class R&D facilities are making breakthroughs that keep us at the forefront of product development for evolving needs of Indian consumers across the socio-economic pyramid. For example, global brands like Surf Excel, Dove, Tresemme, Magnum are responding to the needs of the consumers with rising incomes and aspirations and leading premiumization in their respective categories. A trend that's shaping innovations across the world is naturals. At HUL, we have a 3-pronged strategy to build our naturals portfolio. We have a master brand, Lever Ayush, across multiple categories, specialist natural brands like Hamam, Simple, and Indulekha, and the third leg of the natural strategy involves natural variants within our existing portfolio of brands. There is an increasing awareness of health and well-being in our consumers. Red Label Natural Care, Lipton Green Tea are examples of products that address the evolving consumer trend. The proposed merger of GSK Consumer Healthcare with HUL and the addition of brands like Horlicks and Boost to our portfolio will significantly strengthen our presence in the health and wellness segment. Creating a future-fit organization. At HUL, we are creating a culture that embraces diversity, inclusiveness, founders' mindset, and experimentation. We have empowered our people by de-averaging the country through our Winning in Many India framework by setting up small, empowered, decision-making micro-organizations called country category business teams. This is helping us deliver speed and nimbleness in the organization. We are encouraging our people to be fearlessly experiment and own end-to-end processes so as to deliver superior solutions for the consumer and customer journey. We're also building a diverse and inclusive culture and respect every employee for who they are, regardless of gender, age, race, disability, or sexual orientation. We believe that our employees' contributions are richer because of the diversity, and we want to help them feel free to bring their authentic self to work every day. Today, 40% of our managerial workforce are women, and by 2022, we will be a gender parity organization. HUL has a proud people legacy. To equip our people with future skills, we have developed a culture of always-on learning, shifting focus from classroom training to creative forms of learning like immersion, mentoring, peer-to-peer, and e-learning. To accelerate our journey on digital transformation, we have set up the Digital Council comprising of a cross-functional team of leaders working in an agile manner who are designing and landing the agenda of reimagining HUL, consisting of over 80 experiments currently underway in the business. We now have a full-fledged end-to-end digital transformation program for the business that will redefine the way we work in the future. We start with what our consumers and customers want and need. All our experiments and innovations are based on key insights acquired by seeking to understand the unmet needs. Our people data center picks up real-time consumer signals and identifies business opportunities that go as inputs to craft brilliant mixes. We are increasingly using consumer and shopper data captured through our digital platforms to drive precision and performance marketing across our channels. Through our Connected Store program, we are creating a fully integrated customer and shopper experience. We are enhancing customer experience by significantly reducing service lead time through integrated sales and operations planning, creating a customer-focused factory network, and agile and faster customer servicing logistics and distribution network. The world around is transforming at lightning speed. HUL is adapting to these changes to remain future fit. This is being enabled by our brands based on cutting-edge innovations, are combining superior functional benefits with a strong, sustainable living purpose. We remain acutely conscious of a true north, and all the changes we are making are to serve our consumers and customers even better. We are breaking down the functional barriers and increasingly working as a seamless interface to deliver superior consumer and customer experience. Data is joining our brands and people to become a critical enterprise asset that provides competitive edge. We are developing capabilities on harnessing AI to augment human cognition. There has never been a time like today when we could scribe our future. At HUL, we are reimagining ourselves from the lens of portfolio, organization, capabilities, and culture. We are clear that we do not want to simply follow, we will lead the change. Destiny beckons India and Hindustan Unilever. Thank you.